Bootleg Kev.
Top 975, Ready Set Radio, live in studio. One of the West Coast's own, man. This dude is buzzing like crazy. His name's Dom Kennedy. What's up, sir?
Yeah. What up? Vegas, what up?
All right, Dom. So you are one of the most promising dudes out the West Coast right now. You're getting love everywhere. How much has the internet helped you get to the level that you're at right now?
Internet, I would say it helped me out a lot early on.
Right.
So than anything, I started out in 2008. My first tape, 25th Hour, and what happened was my cousin was going to film school at the time, so we had access to a lot of technology, and that was like right around the time of visuals when people was putting, and we was like one of the first to really do a quality like visual out of LA on some independent. So I think that really helped to like spread, more so than the music, but just the vision and the lifestyle of what we were doing.
Now, of course, it's kind of like right now in hip hop, it's like the internet age. You know what I'm saying? There's so many rappers coming out.
Yeah.
So many people to keep up with that are hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And because of that, I have to admit to you, man, I have still yet to like sit with one of your projects straight through.
Okay.
I'm sleeping right now. I understand. I'm neglecting. Like it just happened to fall that way.
Okay.
Where it's like I maybe will pick like 2 or 3 like projects to rock with, and then. Outside of that, so I'd like to apologize for that.
Okay.
But I got to keep it real with you.
Right.
But 1997 is my joint.
Okay.
I love the stuff that like we play on the air, like locals only, like that stuff. Like I've heard your music and it's dope.
Yeah.
But I've yet to like. I'm the kind of guy who I love to sit with people's bodies of work before I before I say I'm a fan or not a fan. So I got to tell you that like I am slipping a little bit, but I do. I do have to still do that, man.
Okay, check out that From the West Side with Love, guaranteed, or your money back. Part 1 and Part 2.
Part 1 and Part 2
is on iTunes right now. Part 1 was a free download.
That's what I asked you. I saw you on Twitter. There's hard copies of From the West Side with Love too now. Is that just going to be sold on tour, or is that in the stores?
That's on tour. That's on my website, dopeisdom.com, DOPEITSdom.com, and it's in a couple stores in LA.
Okay.
Just local places, little hood spot off of Western.
Because I noticed the packaging was like for real.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, out the store. Amoeba, if you're in LA or if you ever in LA, Amoeba Music's like one of the big like retailers out in Hollywood. They got it.
There it is.
On tour, you know what I'm saying, and off the website.
How has the reception been in other cities not around it? Because I know you did a big show in New York.
Yeah.
How was the reception in New York?
Man, the love is crazy, man. I mean, every time back, it's just it gets bigger and bigger. You know, you can tell that the fan base is like really increasing. They're really in tune with what I'm doing with my music and as an artist. And I really appreciate that for sure.
It's an organic movement. Like, that's what I appreciate about a lot of the newer cats out. Is it's like they're really earning their fans. You know what I'm saying? Like
definitely.
You're out there, touching people and touring. Pause. I said touching people, touching hopefully females too. But and just kind of putting in work. Is it dope now? Because I know now you're touring and stuff like that. Is it cool to like be able to like survive off of your craft now? Like I know you're now officially getting some rap money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. 2010 really was the first year I broke out into that after the original From the West Side with Love, and it definitely takes a minute to get adjusted.
Yeah,
especially because you've been doing anything, especially something like this, you got to be down for a while.
You got to go 200% or nothing.
Yeah, and it's like it's a lot of times where it's a lot of nights before the money hit where you like, man,
should I be doing this?
Gonna work?
I don't know if I can do this much longer.
When it does, it kind of takes you a minute to just okay, and then it just kind of escalates. But yeah, man, I'm really loving it. I'm trying not to take it for granted at all, not 1 second. That's just my main focus ever since. I've been blessed enough to live off of music. It's just to put that much more into it. Now I feel that much more responsible.
Most definitely. Like I said, you got a huge buzz. You're coming out of the West Coast where Kendrick Lamar is buzzing heavy. Tyler the Creator and all these dudes, Casey Veggies, who are all dudes who I know you've worked with. And, you know what I mean? Kind of a part of the same era of artists coming out of LA.
Yeah.
What is the label situation? You got people hitting you up yet? The label's knocking?
I mean, definitely, yeah. I mean, like I said, I put my first project out in 2008. I got my first probably offer in 2009.
Okay.
We almost in 2012. I'm just having a good time, man. I'm an artist. I'm a businessman. I'm an intelligent young kid out of South Central. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to do what's best for me.
Wait for the right situation
around me. Yeah.
There it is, man. There it is. What do you got coming up collabs-wise? Because like I said, I know you've worked with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is there anybody who's reached out to you, or who there might be a collab in the works that you know that
I mean,
you're looking forward to?
I don't really like to say too much, but like Too Short.
Okay,
I got up with Too Short. Yeah,
that's gonna be ill.
On some real legendary. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to, you know, because I was really telling my homies that's producing, you know, my work that I'm doing next. Like Too Short is on a lot of classic albums, and he always has the album cut.
People forget. Memorable. I think people always forget the joints Too Short had on Jay's albums.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. He always got an album cut on a classic album, and it's
Biggie's album,
very memorable. Yeah. So I was like, man, that might be a piece that we need to
just hold on to.
Yeah, that we need to play for sure. So I'm looking forward to that. Shout out to Too Short.
Yeah, it's so funny because like I was talking to my boy maybe like a week ago about that. Like, yo, Too Short was on all these. Like, he was on Biggie's album, like 2 of Jay's albums. Like I always forget that, man. But
always popping up.
Always popping up, man. What else is on the horizon? I know from the West Side with Love too. You know what I mean. I know you're still pushing that. You already working on the next project.
I can't really say a little bit. We got to stay working. You know what I'm saying? One thing I learned after the first one is that you got to stay working. Like I was saying, you know, making money off of rap it's like, it's no joke. You know what I'm saying? You feel like the quarterback of an NFL team. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at your neck Monday morning. You know what I'm saying? Whether you win or lose. So it's like, you know, I kind of stay working, you know, but my real focus is from the West Side with Love too. I got a couple videos that we gonna be rolling out real soon to like push the project, MTV Jams type things. You know what I'm saying? Check me out in the BET Awards on Tuesday. I'm in a hip hop.
Is it Cypher? Okay. Yeah. Who are you in a Cypher with?
I'm in a Cypher with, y'all not gonna believe this. I'm in a Cypher with Lady of Rage, West Coast veteran. Lady of Rage. Who else I'm in a Cypher with? Skills from Virginia.
Yeah,
y'all know Skills. He always do the year-end wrap up. Shout out to Skills, and then Blind Fury. Some of y'all probably don't know
Blind Fury. I think he was on
BET 106 and Park champion.
Oh word!
Man, rap
that dude was on Tech Nine's album.
He was.
Yeah, he was on Tech Nine's album.
Okay, yeah, Blind Fury.
Hey, so what about the CDC situation? That's another song that I love that song. Okay. Are you guys gonna put anything out as a collective?
We was working on it. You know, it could happen. Shout out to Casey Veggies. He's on tour right now with Mac Miller and my homeboy Carter. It kind of just happened organically, but we around each other so much.
Right.
Like, we always doing stuff. Like, we probably could put out a tape in a week if
you really wanted to,
off of stuff we have, and then just getting together. But you know, it's kind of something that, you know, needs the right situation and
definitely
and everybody's full commitment basically. And I know everybody, you know, he be on tour, I'll be over here, so it's kind of hard to get together and really commit to that.
Now, as an independent artist, have you what's up? Is your merch game proper, son?
Merch game, it's getting there. I mean, this is the first year we really tackled, you know, merchandise, but I got some dope tees. Yeah. You know, CDs on deck. Beanies. We going into the fall.
Okay, yeah, because I always like love going to concerts.
Yeah.
And like when art, even if I don't mess with the artist like all the way, like I'm like, oh, that's a hot shirt. I might have to cop that. And then you know, Tech Nines, that's how he makes almost all his money. Selling shirts and
there, man. I'm trying to get there. I learned from a lot. I learned from everybody. You know, just watching independent artists is not just CDs. So definitely, I got a couple shirts for sale. We got some beanies, albums, posters. Posters is real big for me. You know, shout out to all the ladies buying the posters everywhere we go. You know, I sign them after the shows. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
Are the groupies like? Are they there yet? I mean, like, I know that they're there yet, but like, I mean, is it kind of pick and choose at the shows these days?
It's kind of like, you know, I don't.
You know what I could probably appreciate about Dom groupies is they're probably like little hipster chicks, or, you know, rock like Billionaire Boys Club and Jay's.
They really all, you know, different kinds. You know what I'm saying? They really well off though.
They're well off.
I'm proud of my selection of female fans. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the ladies, you know, supporting that Dom Kennedy. They tend to be, you know, the ones that have a little bit more going for themselves.
Definitely. You know shout out to them.
I appreciate that.
As opposed to like, I don't know, a Drake groupie. A Dom Kennedy groupie might have a little more going for themselves.
Hey, you know, you said it.
You know, I said it. He did not say it. There it is. All right, Dom, man. Hey, the show's tonight. What can we expect from your live performance, fam?
Man, it's gonna be dope. High energy. I kind of run my show is like accumulation of, you know, I got 6 projects now. You know what I'm saying? So it's an accumulation of all like what I feel like is the songs that represent me and the ones that the people want to hear at the same time. Kind of just like not really a lot of talking. Let's just, you know, do what we came to do and just have a good time.
There it is, man. Hard Rock on the Strip tonight. It's going down. The local legends, Purple Crown show.
Yeah.
You already know. All right, Dom. Thanks for your time, man.
Appreciate it, Lamar Park. We did it.